Welcome back to Morning Rush. Space travel has gone from sci-fi movie to, well, very real and realistic. Everyday gadgets in our lives are a direct result of experiments done in space. So we're talking non-scratch glass, LED lights, GPS systems, comfy memory foam. For a look at what's in our future in space this year, we're joined by Frank Slazer, president of the Coalition for Deep Space Exploration.
Good morning, Frank. Good to see you. I want to talk about what we can expect in 22, but let's look back at 21. How far did we come? How relatable did space become thanks to the Billionaire Boys Club? That's what I call Bezos, Branson, and Musk.
You know, I think the best example of that is probably the flight that was done on Blue Origin with William Shatner. I mean, William Shatner is somebody that people in America have known for decades as somebody that, you know, is a space traveler, right? But he never really was. He was just an actor in Hollywood. And now he actually has not only traveled to space, but come back with some really remarkable observations about how that changed him and how it gave him a new perspective on how fragile the Earth's atmosphere is. And I thought that was terrific. We also saw, you know, a number of other people travel to space on that mission that, you know, hadn't done that before. We've seen young people as young as 18. We've seen, you know, one Wally Shaw, the Mercury 13 astronaut. It was like, I think she was 83, as was the oldest person on that first flight she did. And then, you know, a few weeks later, a few months later, Shatner succeeded her at 90. So it really does kind of show that space can be something that people can participate in. Of course, it helps to get a lot of money to be able to do it. That is one organization.
I was going to say, I don't have that many zeros or commas in my bank account, so not really relatable for me just yet. But what was the most, or what will be the most exciting space mission that we can expect in 2022, and why?
Clearly, to me, it's going to be the launch of the Artemis 1. Artemis is the program NASA has to take Americans back to the moon. They want to take the first woman and person of color back to the moon, and basically open up space as something that is more inclusive than maybe it was back in the 1960s in terms of its representation, but also to go back and learn how to live and work on another celestial body, which is something we're going to be able to do, need to be able to do if we really want to go off to Mars. Because going to Mars is not a quick trip. It's 6 to 8 months to get there, and then you have to stay there for almost a year to wait until the Earth and Mars get back in the right position. So going to the moon, learning how to use the resources there, going to the moon and learning how to live in that gravity environment, all those things are very important to our future in space.
We don't know what these people paid to go to space, including Michael Strahan, the Hall of Famer for the Giants. How far, in your estimation, are we before people like Alex here can go to space?
You want to go.
Yeah, actually, I do want to go. She's staying here.
You know, I'll tell you, I'd buy a ticket, too, if I was a little more well-endowed financially. But I think it'll be a while before it gets to be something really affordable. But I think the space companies that are doing these trips have done something which is very smart, which is they've included people to be kind of spokesmen. I mean, that's why Shatner went. I mean, Shatner didn't buy a ticket, right? He went because everybody knew him. They wanted to, you know, give him the opportunity to experience space and be an ambassador for what the experience is like. And I think over time, you're going to see more and more opportunities for people, including journalists, I would expect, where they give them rides and you know, try to make that part of the everyday conversation, because the more buzz they can get around it, the more they're going to get other people wanting to go do it and who actually can't afford to pay. And over time, I mean, it's not going to be quite like aviation, because it's still a very complicated and expensive thing to do. But over time, prices will start dropping. Again, I don't know. I won't predict how long it's going to take before it gets to the point where you could do this instead of going to Florida for a vacation or something like that. But it will get more affordable over time, and I think they're going out of their way to try to make sure they include people in addition to the people who are buying the tickets for that very reason.
Dave is counting down the days. Frank Slazer, president for the Coalition for Deep Space Exploration. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Have a good day.